Alright, so this is the third match for the week, and so far so good. Actually checked in on defense, and it looks like it's doing okay. Someone took a loss, or someone took a win, even though they lost 4 units, which is like, I mean, come on. Well, it's Thursday, so they're probably having a bad week, so can't really say too much about that. But yeah, it's been doing good so far. It's crazy how reset was on Tuesday, and I only got 1 defense replay since Tuesday. So there was like 3 days that no one actually matched into me, which I am thankful for because I needed all of that time to build my defense. First, the unit came out, I mean, referring to Ivy, and then it took me a while to try to figure out how to position the team around her, and thank God it's fire season, so we get to use Black Knight without taking a score hit. But I also had to incorporate Freyr as well, so this is the first time that I will be using Freyr on defense, for dark defense. I've never been a part of the camp that, advocated for that, or was really big on using him for dark scene. But for this season in particular, I actually really need him specifically to ensure that my savior survives and is not hit with penalties, specifically the no miracle status. I really need that to not happen, because I need the miracle to ensure that my near save rather survives. But then also, if there's feud, then it doesn't matter, But all things being even, if there's no feud or anything like that, I mean, the feud would, if you have the feud as a passive, I'm referring to. But once it's not like a visible debuff, we should be good. We should be able to get the miracle off, and then my near save will be able to actually be useful. Black Knight is the far save, because I don't have any near safe fodder still, which is so weird. I really should spend some more orbs. Another reason that I wanted to get that Alphonse, that I keep calling him Alphonse, the names are so similar, Alfred, because he would have just slotted right into this defensive build that I have for this dark season, and I would have just tested him out to see how he actually performs. I think he would be a really good pairing with the Ivy team composition that I have, because I had to give Ivy Hardy Bearing, and I kind of didn't want to do that because it kind of tanks her speed, especially since I don't have her invest or anything, just flowers. I gave her some flowers hoping that would be enough, so I mean, hopefully it works out. I don't know, but yeah, that's what's going on there. First opportunity to actually use Valley on defense. So far so good. There's one thing I don't understand about her. It's completely, I've been trying to, man, it's such a nightmare trying to read these kits. I've been trying to read her kit to see what section it is, or what the conditions are for her to get her additional action. I think there's something in there about it being a specific turn. I don't know. I read it like 3 times and it still didn't make any sense to me. Or maybe I'm just reading the wrong part. But sometimes she gets an extra action and sometimes she doesn't. So yeah, and I've also seen her be able to take out the new Ike, which shocked me. I was like, how is she able to do this? So yeah, she's a wild card for me in terms of like being on defense. I just put her there to see what she could potentially do, and also for her drive support, the miracle and the distant counter, or the omni counter. I find that very, very appealing, very helpful, and it's going to be a ton of fun to play with. Don't know if it's actually going to matter in the grand scheme of things. I mean, once you can kill something, you're just going to attack it and take it out. Whether or not it can counterattack, you're still going to initiate, but it's good to have it as a support. And also to not have it as a status effect. I feel like what she does, how she does it, is better than how Ike does it as a status buff. I think it's better. Maybe perception, I could be wrong, but it feels better. Again, here we're going with the Golvik team into a defense that's a bit old, but can be tricky to deal with if you mess up your plays here and your initiation and your order of operation. This is definitely something that you could miss up, but we've been able to get it done so far in 1 turn. Yep, 1 turn. Gonna leave. I think we can take out everyone actually. So I was thinking of leaving Note for last, but I don't think it'll, it won't come to that. It's crazy how strong something like Pathfinder was, and now it just doesn't matter because you can just warp around the map. So I don't know what they'll do to Path. Is it still? I'm sure it has its use cases still, but they really just power crept everything out of it. Maybe how do you improve Pathfinder is essentially the question that I'm asking, and how do you make it relevant again? But this one's wrapped up. I think I'll talk some more about my defensive build because I really think it's exciting. GG's. Let's play one more. Okay, here we go. Fourth match for the day. This one is on the it's going to be on the desert map here. Like I said here, I don't have the full complement of teams. I only have 3 teams. 2 of them are empty, and I just can't. I'm trying to get Lapis. Interestingly, Bridal Lapis, because I thought they were the same. This has taken a while. Doesn't matter. Bridal Lapis is able or allows you to warp to her after she initiates, which is a benefit over her summer version where she swaps in a unit. I think that the Bridal one is actually better, but unfortunately the warping is within 5 spaces, and usually you don't have a ton of units within 5 spaces of you when you're initiating. So the trade-off between the warping and the swap, it kind of doesn't make much of a difference, to be honest. So I don't know. I was thinking of maybe putting both of them on a team to see how it would play out, but then you're losing a ton of firepower that way because someone still has to kill the units, I was kind of hoping it would play like Tana, but Tana is just still miles better. And I'm kind of like regretting not getting the young Emran now because she gives you that warping at such a large distance, and I feel like that is what I'm missing. I want a second Tana without having to re-bless the current Tana that I have. I guess you could probably replicate it with Happy, but I don't know. I don't really want to use Happy. I don't know what it is. I don't really want to use Happy, if I'm being honest. And you could probably replicate it with Earth Season with, that one healer. I forget her name, Sakura, but I don't want to do that either. I really want to do it with, I want to use Lapis for it, but unfortunately the range is not as much as I would hope it would have been, as much as I hoped it would have been. So yeah, that's still something that I'm trying to configure a team around, but that's 2 team slots if I use both of the Lapises, and 1 team slot, but then I'd feel like the team is incomplete because Lapis herself, from what I was seeing and testing so far, doesn't have the best survivability against some of the new near saves. I've swapped over to giving her Pavis instead of the haste lights that she comes with for the additional damage reduction, 40% versus 50%. It seems like not that much of a difference, but it does help her out in surviving, although it kind of nukes her damage capability. But really, you don't want her to actually kill anything. You just want her to put down the effect and then get out of there and get someone in. But that's even more challenging now with the terrain effects, because you gotta still get through the ice, you gotta get through the grass, and the grass also stops you because counter control is now in the grass. So so much, man. I just want to play a specific way and have fun that way, but I don't think it's going to be possible. I think maybe if I pair her with Sakura, it would work better, which is a thought that I just had. I don't really use my Sakura. My Sakura is kind of just sitting there chilling. Salvage, I feel like, is probably the best partnership there, because for both of them actually, because it increases the range of mobility that I have, and it would allow me to get more units in. I really, really value what Lapis is able to provide with the shared spoils, and just how she plays overall. I was looking at Gatekeeper and I was wondering if it... Well, I haven't really leveled them up yet because there's so many units that I've been testing. I'm just trying to get the defense build in 3 days. I feel like I was rushing. I had to level up all the units and then get their skills equipped and then teach them new skills. And then I'm playing Binding Worlds because I only had 1 day left to do all of it. And I was doing Tempest Trial. I was doing so much in 3 days, and it's just a lot. But I was able to get most of it done. But Gatekeeper is one of the things that I kind of had to leave behind. So he's not leveled up yet. Neither is Sather, the new Sather, which I actually want to try. Even though I was like harsh on her, I was like, why is she on this banner? I actually think she is a good unit because, like I was saying, I think I overlooked the fact that she can now end your action regardless of what turn it is. So they remove the turn limit, and I think that is very valuable. So she's probably someone that I love having the team in after Anima season where Sather is able to end your action. So I'm going to bring that over to Light season with the new Sather, because that is just really strong, and no one has firm Kanto control anymore, so it's definitely going to work. So I want to do that. Just gotta level her up first and then build a team around her. So there's 2 team slots. One of them is going to have Sather, and the other one maybe Lapis, maybe Gatekeeper, I don't know, because I really want to try out Shared Spoils more. It's not on that many units, and it's for a reason. It's really strong. That is the reason. Particularly on Bridal Lapis because of the warping, but like I said, that can go either way. It's just trying to think of a team that can get it to work properly. That's the only downside right now, or the only thing that I'm trying to figure out. This defense here, some words about it. It is really good. In terms of threat range, you see that I had to go all the way back here, but luckily I had enough space to actually hide my units until turn 3. Otherwise, it could have gotten messy. But yeah, luckily I had enough space to hide my units, and we're just going to take our time and get up here and take care of the units that we need to take out. As you can see here, Boulder just gets the job done. I really just want to keep using this Boulder until she's just no longer good, or until Black Knight is just out of the meta completely. Maybe that's the point that I'll stop using her entirely, because that's kind of her job. And I mean, she takes out Marth and Byleth as well, so I'm just like, I'm gonna keep using her because she's gonna fall off. I expect her to fall off because she's a DPS unit, and DPS units don't tend to last very long. Damage reduction only increases over time, or not even damage reduction, just how powerful units are.
What you need?
So yeah, I want to get the best out of her for as long as I can. It's kind of the same thing that I wanted to do with the Byleth from the banner, from the Brave banner, but he really just fell off a cliff really quickly. Granted, I have seen some people be able to use him to take out the new Ike with the Arch Rival build. It seems to get the job done. Arch Rival Hardy Bearing on Byleth, but I'm gonna stick to Ivy. She's just better. I don't really believe in this Byleth at all. So yeah, that's the idea. Man, a Yunaka again, being very useful. Yunaka. Has her banner come back? It must have. I probably just didn't summon on it, but feels super rare. Still a really good unit. And then having this Lin show up as the extra slot unit now, I think is also valuable. Granted, I do score a little bit less, but I gotta put her somewhere. She's just so, she actually doesn't really benefit this particular team, since most of the units are already ranged, so they don't get the benefit out of the style effect. But it's good to have her around at least. And she can do this. Take out the Marth. But yeah, I'm really excited about defense for this week. Hopefully it goes well. We'll see. Only 3 replays to speak of. And 2 replays actually to speak of, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I want to make adjustments to it, but also it would cost me blessings because I did change a couple of things, so maybe I'll just leave it as is. Hopefully it doesn't get railed. That would be a waste. It's the worst thing when you put a lot of effort into a defense and it just gets absolutely destroyed. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but
Do your best.
let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Looking forward to maybe some Gatekeeper content. I really want to see how he plays and how he interacts with the shared spoil effect. I want to see how his version works. Interesting having it on a range unit. I know it's on Katarina, but I don't have Katarina, so that means nothing to me. So it's going to be interesting for me to try it out on Gatekeeper.
I will hide in shadow.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I have a team, you would have seen it with Ike, and he's going to be playing like a ranged nuke with Lynn. So that's going to be interesting. Hopefully at some point I'm able to use that. But yeah, still a lot of days to go. Still a lot of matches to play. And we're pretty much done with this one. I'm just going to, I think I can get both pots here and close this out actually. I still have an extra dance. Which would I dance? Boulder or Lynn? I think I'm gonna go with Boulder. Just to have her get the last KO here.
Careful.
I don't know what I'm gonna do for Astra Anima season either, because I have to change that defense now because
Just task.
it just Heimdallr has to go. I don't think she too much of that old man, and the interaction between the two of them is just not working in my favor. Also, first time seeing her in Dark Season. That was interesting.